welcome to our Tips in UX. Today I'm going to be teaching you about Adobe XD plugins. So what are Adobe XD plugins? So these plugins are extensions to your Adobe XD, which can help you with your workflow, make faster UI changes and whatnot. So there are different types of plugins that are available. Or some are free and some have a paid component to them. For example, they have a basic version and a pro version, so you can select one of these depending on what suits you best. So before that, you might want to read more about these plugins on the website Adobe XD. So it gives you all the details. So there are different types of from different brands. You can have Google Sheets as well. So a lot of things that you can use, right? So today what I'm going to be teaching you, I'm going to be teaching you about 5 plugins, so which are basically all of them are free plugins, which I'm going to be teaching you, and I'm also going to be teaching you how to install them, and then we're going to create a short demo using these plugins and how actually helped me in building that demo. So let me show you what the demo looks like exactly. So this is a small page that I've created, a small app UI. Basically find your soulmate, view profiles, and then you have this little graphic here, and then you have the profile page and some likes and dislikes, whatever, right? And so I want to tell you how this was all made possible with the help of plugins really quickly, right? Even the graphics included. So let's start with the first one. I mean, before even we start with the first one, I need to tell you how to install them. So if on the left hand side you will see these four icons, three icons, 1 2 3 4. So these are, so the right at the bottom is the plugins tab. If you click on this tab, and you will see the section here where all your plugins are installed. Now I have these ones installed, and these are really useful, and these are the ones I'm going to be teaching you. So if you want to add more plugins, all you simply have to do is click on this plus button, and this gives you a new window where all, basically this is a shop kind of store, a plugin store for Adobe XD, right? And you can browse them depending on what you're looking for. Let's see, browse by categories, whatnot. And then you have manage. You can uninstall the ones and disable them, and these are the two features you can do, and it basically gives you a list of all the plugins that you have installed. Let's see, discovery, and let's say I want to install something. Editor's choice, it says editor's choice. Let me see what it is. Tile, what is this plugin about? If I click on it, it's going to give me details. It's going to give me these images as well, what these plugins are. It gives me some introduction. So it's used with tile or something. I don't want to use that. Let me go to another one, something that I gotta use. They have a plugin for Jira Cloud as well. VisiCharge, icon, cast. Let's install this. I think this one is also paid one, but this is installed. All I did was click on install, and it's simply that quick, right? So I'm going to close this window now. My plugin is going to be visible here, the ones that I just installed. This was the one, icon drop by icon cast, right? So what this plugin does, increase the panel width by 2 for better experience. Okay, it says that. Now click on next. Add your favorite designers, do you access the timeline, so you can share with other people. Insert vector icons, you can add your own icons. So it requires me to do some login and stuff. So I don't want to do that for now. So if into icon cast account, but the point is I wanted to show you how to install them. That was pretty quick. So if you want to uninstall this, just right click on it, manage plugins, and let's say install, and I'm just gonna uninstall this plugin. Yes, that was that easy, right? So let's talk about the first plugin that I'm going to speak about. It's UI faces. So what exactly is UI faces? So for example, in case you have a lot of profile UI to make, so what you do is for example, you have this UI, you take an image. I'm going to be very quick with this because the point is to show you how you can add a lot of faces with this plugin. So I have this list of faces, nice little faces, 18. So anyway, let me just to make it even more quicker, we're gonna do it the right way. So I'm gonna take this layer, I'm gonna use a grid repeat. That's it. So we have all these faces. I'm gonna center it. Okay, let's center the whole thing. There we are. So now I'm going to Control G to ungroup it, and I'm going to select all of that. I'm going to Control G again, unselect all of them. So now these are individual images. Now I want to add faces to all these squares. So what I do, I go to my plugin and I use UI faces, and it's going to give me some options. Oh, where do you go? UI faces. What happened to you? Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Select one. Okay, so it's basically, sorry, so what happened was you need to be able to have your shape selected where you want to put the faces. Now you, what UI faces does is it actually adds random faces. Otherwise, you would have to do is go to Google, find each one of these images and mask to them to these shapes, which was essentially it's like a lot of effort. So I want to have male faces, female faces, happiness. Okay, that's fine. I want to have neutral, black, brown, blonde, both, all of these are going to work. So they have other sources as well from where you want to use this. So I'm not going to dwell into this so much. And then they have the size. So let's say 2x because you want to be high res or something. So I just click apply and it's going to start populating my all those boxes with the faces. All right. Let's see how many faces we get. I think it's going to be as many faces as in the box, as the number of boxes. Yeah, there we are. So that was so quick, guys. Otherwise, this would have taken you a really long time just to find all of them. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all these bad boys and I'm going to give them a radius of 4. Okay, it's already starting to look good now with the radius. I'm going to get a little small shadow here. Now, there you go. So this is how you make this is how really fast you add the faces to your design. So that was pretty neat, guys. So UX UI faces, that's the plugin. Let's go to the next one, which is complex gradients. Now, how do you create gradients? So in case I want to create gradients, so what I usually do, I have a technique that's a very subtle kind of technique in case you want to make a really subtle changes to your gradients. So what you do is let's say we select 2 colors. Let's say select this one, and before that I'm going to go to solid colors and linear gradient. And the second one also I'm going to be using the same color. All right. And now what I want to do is I want to change into a subtle gradient. So what I do is I go to hex value, I copy this color, okay, and anyway I go to HSB as well. So now in HSB all I want to change is hue and saturation of one of the sides of the gradient. Let's say this is the brightness is too much. I'm going to decrease it. It's going to give me subtle gradient at 100. It's not working out really good. It doesn't look, because it's getting darker. So I'm going to decrease the saturation now. So now if you see, it's creating that subtle effect on there. So this is one way of doing gradients. Now the other thing that so how are we going to do it with the complex gradients plugin? Let's go back to the plugin. I'm going to click plugin here back. So I'm going to find my complex gradient. Make sure that my shape is selected. Now I'm going to click on complex gradients. I'm going to do random. So once I do click on random, it's going to give me some number of steps. For example, how many colors you want in your gradient. So for now, I'm just want to use 2. Luminosity, dark, okay, light would be fine. And then I want to use the color yellow. Okay. And if you want to add transparency, you can do that and apply. Okay, so it has already done that one because we had a similar tone, so this is why it looks different. Let me try another hue, for example. I want to go with 2 gradients, two steps, number of colors. Let's make it bright. Let's make it darker this time. Let's make it red. Let's see what happens. So there you go. So it has created that subtle gradient. So you can experiment really fast for your visual designs with the complex gradients. So this is one of the free ones. So you have UI faces, complex gradients. Let's go to the next one. Icon for design. This is one of my favorites because let's say I'm creating a navigation and it has 2 things on it. One is, anyway, let me bring back my navigation to it. Something it's gonna have a back button and a menu button. Let me see how this plugin is going to help me. So I'm going to go to my icons for design and I'm going to search for a icon. Let's say menu. All right, so there you are. So all the options of the menu that we have are here. I'm just going to do is click, voila, my menu is here. Otherwise, what I would have to do is I would have to go to another file, copy the thing, paste it here, or go to a website, for example, flaticons.com, and then download the whole thing and then paste it into here, import it here. That was really bad. The funny thing is, and the really good thing is, you can edit the colors as well. So there you are, good to go. Let's make it bluish for some reason. Okay, now I want to add a back button. So I click on back. I just type it back here, and it's going to give me multiple types of back buttons here. So I want to use this one. So I'm just simply going to click here, and there we are. Back button. Let me bring my color back to the same as the other one. So pick the color. There we go. That was very easy, guys. Let's say I want to add a smiley in the face, a smiley face in the middle. Yeah, there we are. So we have two different kinds of smiles. So good thing is it also telling the sources where these icons are from. In case you want to import these icons into your live code with the CDN, so you know where to look for them. So that's another advantage of this plugin. This is a really good plugin, guys. So there we have a horrible looking smiley. Even the color is really bad. Let's make it a little bit softer because smile is always soft, right? Anyway, moving forward. So this was your icon for design. Now moving forward, what's the other one? It's the lorem ipsum. Okay. So usually if you want to have lorem ipsum, a lot of text in your on your prototype, what you will have to do is just go to the website lorem ipsum and generate the number of words, whatever you need. But with this one, it allows you to fill the space. Let's say I have this space as a text, and actually my font size is really, but one thing that you want to make sure before using this font is using this plugin is you want to have your text size fixed. Let's say I want to add a paragraph and the size of the paragraph is 18 pixels. Okay, sorry, let's say it's 14 pixels. Okay, and now this is pretty 55. I don't know how it's going to turn out. The color is a little bit wide for some reason. Let's make it hex 2121. 21 is usually really soft kind of black. All right, so we have this 2121 color. Now the font, I'm going to change my font to, I don't know, Roboto. Yeah, Roboto is a good font. Let's say Roboto. Okay, so now I want to add a lot of text in my prototype. So what I do is I go to this first I press T and create the box wherever I want to have uh, add my text, and then I'm going to go to lorem ipsum. Okay, fill the placeholder with text. Oh, come on, where is it? You click here and then you click lorem ipsum, quick lorem ipsum. It's going to add quick lorem ipsum to your account, to your text area. But the problem is because I did change the sizing of it, but I think I'll have to make it on the go now. So now this is accepted. Now this color is this font size is now sort of accepted. Now if I click on it again and I say quick lorem, it's going to fill this up really quickly. So that's how you use lorem ipsum plugin. So let's say I want to fill this thing with lots of text. Otherwise, what I would have to do, I would have to go to a website and yeah, there you are. So this is how you make add really fast text to your designs. All right, let's go to the last one. What is it? It's called Undraw. This is really cool, but it has a little bit of a limitation that I'm going to speak about as we go. But trust me, if you were going for a quick prototypes, this is really useful. You know, what you do is this is called Undraw. I want to add a little bit of graphics to my UI. So what I do is, so it's already has a list of graphics that it has available. For example, you're looking for love. So what do? You just type in love and it's going to give you something that's related to love. All right, I don't know how it's related to love. So now I've selected one of the graphics there, and it says it's already been copied to a clipboard. Just Control V there. So I've selected my artboard and I'm going to press V here, and there we go. My graphic is already here. So these are really neat ways to add quick graphics, right? Let's try another one. Let's say I want to look for robot because AI is quite popular these days. Yeah, so let's say a robot. It's been copied as well. Thank you very much. Now there we have. The robot is already there. Now if you see all these are blue in color. So how do you change the colors of these things? It's very simple. You just select the item, you double tap and you select the color. All right, that's what you do. You just change it. You select the items. You change the brick colors. Okay, black. Yeah, you can play around with the colors as much as you want. So these plugins are really useful. It's called, what this is, Undraw, lorem ipsum, icons for design, complex gradients, and UI faces, guys. So how do we use them in a project? So this is the project that I've created. It's called Soulmate page. I don't know, I just thought of it randomly. So how do I make it now? So let's start creating this thing from the scratch. Now I'm just gonna demo it just in case. Let me just copy the Control D. Let's copy the thing for me. Now I'm gonna delete everything and I create an alternate copy here. I'm just gonna copy paste this thing. Control R. So this is my navigation. Now start with the basics. Now I'm gonna take my box here and I'm gonna add my text. In the text, I'm gonna get quick text. Yeah, I pressed on lorem ipsum. It's giving me this heading. I'm gonna Control B to make it bold, and I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna make it unbold. So yeah, there we go. And decrease, change the font size to a little bit something lighter now. From 212, I'm moving towards the black, some little bit lighter one. And now I have my page here. Now I have my tile here. Now I'm gonna add image to this. Okay, so the structure is there. We have the structure now. Let me just rearrange it. It's not going to be exact, but the point is to show you how you can use them. Trying to make it exactly is going to be difficult time and would be missing the point of the whole tutorial, right? And I'm going to add a heart here. So where do you get the heart icon? Very easy, guys. So what I do is icon for design. Let's say heart. Yeah, there's a broken heart as well. So heart. Because I don't have my artboard selected, it's pasting it somewhere else. Now just make sure your artboard is selected. So I click here, heart. Sorry, the heart. You have the heart here, and then there you have the structure is ready. Now what we need to do is just add a little bit of a border here, radius, and make it change it. Give it a back shadow. Now this also we're gonna do remove the border and give it a shadow, and this one bad boy as well. I'm gonna decrease the gradient. Sorry, the color of the border. I'm gonna add 3 pixel of radius. Now this thing is ready. Now all I need to do, just Control G, and Control G means grouping it together, and yeah, I have it. So I'm gonna decrease the size between these two boxes. Let's make it 10 pixels. Okay, that looks not bad at all. So I'm gonna Control Shift G to ungroup them, and I'm gonna ungroup all these things as well. Now I need to add faces to this of my design. So what I do is I go back to plugins and UI faces, my favorite, male, female, happiness. Okay, we want all of them happiness, which is a dating website. So yep, so it's adding the faces now. Okay, people are added now. So there we are, guys. There we are. Now I want to add gradient to this, but to add gradient, let me just create another box where I can add the gradient. I'm gonna make this box as a background. So I'm gonna bring it to back. Control Shift bracket. I'm gonna bring it down to the lowest level in my design, and then I'm gonna add a complex gradient. I want to use a little bit of pinkish kind of colors, so I'm gonna do random. I'm gonna use 2 shades. Okay, let's see, make it bright, light, and dark. Well, let's make it bright. Anyway, so it's gonna be different from what we did. So use pink, apply. Okay, so it's gonna, I don't know, I don't like this. Let me try another one. 2 and light and pinky. There we are. We have the pink color now. So now we are not doing bad at all. Change the color on these bad boys. Yeah, let's make them I don't know. Yeah, this is fine. Now what I want to do is I have these icons. I want to make sure that some of these are, you know, some of these are empty inside. So what I do is because I've copied these icons from the plugin. So what I'm going to do is just change the color. Yeah, there you go. Remove the inner the fill and add the stroke. So we have this profile very quickly. So I want to add the color to this one of these my tabs. So what I'm going to do, delete this. I'm going to Control C, Control V the background, and bring it here, right? And if you go to gradient, I want to adjust my gradient to the different dimensions, so I'm going to do something like that. Okay, yeah, there we are. I'm going to add shadow. Now I'm going to add back button to this. What I do is I go again to my icon for design, so I use back, type in here back button. Usually I would have I would have done is I would have copied it, but just to show you how to use the plugin, I'm doing this method. I'm going through the plugin itself, otherwise I would have copied it from the top. So back button, just give it white, and menu, make sure your artboard is selected, because it's going to paste somewhere else. Menu, different types of menus. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, voila. Now when I title, I click on the title here, and I'm going to go back to my plugin, and I'm going to use lorem ipsum. Make sure it's selected, quick random. Yeah, so it's given me this text here. I'm going to change the text, and then back, make it white again. So guys, there we are. We're going to make everything white for now. Now we're going to go into the visual design aspect. So let's go to the landing page. So I'm going to copy both these tabs with all these gradients filled and everything. Now I need to add some graphics. So what I do is I go to Undraw, and let's search for love. Love. Yeah, we have used this one. Yeah, let's use this one. This looks really neat. And paste it here on my artboard. Ooh, that's not bad. Okay, so we have this graphic now. I want to change the color a little bit, matching somehow. Just show you how you can edit these things. Let me pick a color from here. Yeah, pink bubbles, almost matching. Right, so let's add a text here. What is the next thing? Is this one. The buttons. R. Press R to make a rectangle. Place it somewhere in the middle. Use the curves. Remove the border. Copy this text. Otherwise you could use the plugin if you want, but I'm just making it really quick. All right, you have find soulmate. Oh no, sorry, actually let me make it what is that assigned? View profiles. Change the color, change the size. Let's make it 16 pixels. So ideally, if you want to go for the sizing, if you want to know the sizing of the text in your apps, my guiding the method that I use is I use 16, 13, 14, 16, and 18s. That's what I use. Let me just pick a color, something stronger. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so we have used that. Now what's pending is, of course, this title. I'm going to copy this and paste it here. It's just the font name is Mistral if you need it. So guys, this is how we use plugins to speed up work. So that was all about plugins, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If anything, please do give me your feedback. Now all this we created using the plugins really quickly, otherwise we would have to, even just to add one image and Google it and then find it and then mask it would have taken really long time. Even for the text, you had to just copy it from somewhere else and then paste it then even for icons you'll have to find them. I've done that before, but that was not very effective. Every time I had to look for icons, I had to go to another file. I just copy it, paste it, but that was added a lot of minutes to my work. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm gonna be back again with more tutorials. This time we're gonna do a little bit of series, a really interesting series, and it's we're gonna keep on doing that unless we get really good. So my idea all about UX is all about giving you a complete picture of how things work. But this was a plugin tutorial, and I wanted to make it quick, and that's what it was, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Take care, have fun, and bye bye.